The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the Gamer Connect CSGO Cafe Showdown. I'm Shade Slayer. Joining me will be Rats in just a bit. Oh, it's actually already
I'm
like...
right here, I'm right
What's
here.
up?
What's up guys? Welcome. This is actually fun. I always love CS games. Especially if it's between cafes, it's even more fun because it's like, not to be, like streamers are also very competitive, but cafes, it's like, it's about those, the bragging rights.
Yep.
It's all about bragging rights.
It always has been, and today we're gonna have 4 cafes battling it out to see who will reign supreme. We have LXG, we have Krpytonite, Rotty's Den, and Zone Cafe as the 4 squads battling it out. We will have 2 matches happening at the same time.
Yes.
We have Krpytonite versus LXG on stream, and off stream we have Rotty's Den going up against Zone Cafe. So predictions, Rats.
Well, to be honest, like for Krpytonite versus LXG now, I've seen Krpytonite play in the last CSGO streamer showdown where they faced off against Team Badman, My Bad 5, and they played out of their minds. They actually, they won that 2-0. They didn't drop a single map. They had, the toughest competition they had was with LXG. And LXG, right here, they're a very good team, very well known. They've got a lot of good players, a lot of good, huge CSGO crowd at the cafe. I've been to the cafe as well in Bangalore. So, Krpytonite versus LXG, it's a very hard task, but I'm going to go ahead and show my support to the LXG boys.
Yeah.
For this one.
Yeah, I know for a fact, I'm LXG at heart always, but today I'm gonna be supporting the underdog here. Krpytonite are your defending champions of the CSGO Showdown in GC, and let's jump straight into the action. Round 1 is on its way. It's LXG starting on the CD side. First up, Wishwa gets the first headshot on his way in, and Inglorious is gonna go for the C4 planted, turns around, instant decapitates Rico, and it's going to be a 2v3 retake. SWAT comes his way through, tap, not going to be able to find Mark. There you go, finally Wishwa ends up going down. It's a 1v2. He spotted the player out as well, damage onto Inglorious, but he has no idea where the other player is. There you go, woohoo! Nicely done! The clutch! SWAT goes huge, 1v3, what a way to open up map number 1, Rats.
That was a crazy way to open up the first game. That too by LXG SWAT. Now this guy is, I know him in LXG. I've seen him play. He is one crazy player. And I'm looking at the roster of LXG right now. It's a completely different roster, right?
Yeah.
I know Boom, I know Rekko, and I know SWAT, even Ishin, right? I've not seen them play completely. I've seen SWAT play the most because he has taken part in a variety of CSGO tournaments, namely ILG. We've got, we've got a lot of CSGO tournaments, including the Cafe Showdown as well as the Streamer Showdown. And he's always played, out of his mind.
Indeed, he has. It is, in fact, a mixed roster that we have, not the one that you usually see. It's not a mix of the guys who regularly play at LXG. Yep. So we've got in some reinforcement here for this matchup. It should be interesting. They take the pistol, and we do see Krpytonite going for the force buy. They've got 3 AKs, and looks like they're going to make their way through Connector, and SWAT gets taken out. He turns around. Wishwa there for cover as well. 2 players coming to Connector. They've got a lot of work done, and now it's down to Rico all alone in a 1v5 retake from B. He's just got himself the MP9, so I think he can still try and get some damage done. If it was maybe a rifle in play, you would initially call for the save right up, but Krpytonite get themselves on the scorecard. A nice A split. A lot of work done by the two players coming in from connector.
Yep. And let's not forget that the bomb plant from the first round did help them get the money to go for that risky play with no utility. I think it's very minimal utility. Just buy in your AKs and stuff and just go ahead and make that push towards the A, this A split, and that has worked well for them. I don't think LXG expected that. I don't think LXG expected that at all.
Yeah, I think they would have expected a lot more slow, methodical approach, and they just got caught off by the pace at which the two players coming mid to A managed to get that hit off at connector, 2 insta kills, and eventually I think there was Boom who was sitting all alone at triple on A, just got overwhelmed, and Rico coming in 1v5 all the way from the B-bomb side. Couldn't really achieve much. CT's back onto pistols, a couple of upgraded pistols to work with, Deagles, and this is what I call the best buy in Indian Counter-Strike. Pistols almost always reign supreme. It is not a buy to be joked with. And pretty much the reason why you see Krpytonite not really going for any sort of fast play. They want to try and fish for where the CTs are, get those individual duels, get the picks, and more importantly, ensure that there is a trade in place in case one of the riflers do go down and they don't pick that up. There go Boom, in fact, puts the Deagle to use. Unfortunately, AK God makes the push across and he's picked up 2. And that should set this up to be a much more easier end to the round. Rico's alone again all the way from B, and Krpytonite all but set to get onto the scorecard with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Indian Counter-Strike, one thing I have noticed, like I've seen a lot of Counter-Strike in the past 2 months, right? I have, and all of these teams, these cafe teams, they are good at one thing, eco rounds.
Yep.
Every single time, there's always, that one frag. I thought Boom's frag was that one frag that might just completely change and give LXG that eco round win. But it looks like they're not going to be able to win this one. And
so that's what I talked about at the beginning of the round as well. Yes, there is a good chance that you trade frags, but ensure that there is a trade.
Exactly.
The fact that we had the rifler there push up immediately and not really give Boom that reset to go back and re-peek back out freely. And also to recover the AK. That's very important because they're working with these pistols. Yeah, so LXG there did get the opener, but unfortunately couldn't really convert it into much. Krpytonite is just looking to flush Rico out, and he's gonna get spotted at Sniper Nest, and he's gonna perch himself up at that cubby. I don't think they're gonna have time to chase him down. He's just gonna hang on to that armor.
No, it's a good
and
thing.
The 5.7.
Yeah, it's a good thing he stayed alive just for the armor, because the armor players, especially against the T side, you never know when they're going to miss that headshot and going to go for the body shot, for the second and third shot.
Yeah.
And definitely your armor will help you out in that scenario.
And considering that it is another eco, so he might just be able to do something, especially if he can take one of those rifles away from the Ts. It is again a quick hit towards the A-bomb side. AK God just cleans up, just walks in, pretty easily done, and SWAT is completely surrounded by smokes. He's got no way to peek right now. A couple of players coming in from all the way at T-spawn, backstabbing through A main, so they might be able to catch someone off guard. Now Bahubali has got that angle covered, no problems whatsoever. They'll lose players out. And Rico's again, third time, last man alive. He's got an AK to work with this time, 46 HP. Let's see if he's going to get a little adventurous. Looks like he is. He might just look to push up ahead, but he's got 2 Ts coming in from behind, all the way from CT spawn. Let's see if he's going to be ready for this. They're all the way other side of window, I believe. And Rico's not going to budge. Holding on to this AK is crucial.
He's got the AK. That's a win.
Yeah, that's a big win.
Itself, yes.
So 3-1, Krpytonite showing us the fact that they've come in ready from the get-go. They've put in those arms some time into warm-up as well. You can see them fragging straight from the get-go. Even the round that they lost in the pistol round, that was supposed to be their round. They got in nice and clean towards the B-bomb side. Glorious also doing a lot of work before he gets the C4 in. And it was just the fact that eventually we saw that one moment of brilliance coming in from SWAT. That being said though, first kill going down. Bahubali is tossing in quite a bit of utility as AK God coming in through short, but it is gonna be a 1-for-1 trade there. We still have a push coming in from Bahubali. Rico is in the corner, spot the player drop down, and unfortunately can't land the shots. And boom now with the AWP too. Oh, nice shot there onto Bahubali, peeks out, and now it is even Stevens 2v2, but it is one AWP in play. I think at this point of time, you have to take a call. Do you want to invest into this retake or do you want to back off? There's no kits available, by the way. And Boom's alone. Therefore, he's going to go for it, but gets traded by a spanker there at the end. Manages to recover the AWP as well. So that was just one split second away from maybe LXG deciding, you know what, we don't even want to commit to this. There was no kits available. They had to go. Yeah, I was even surprised that Boom actually went for that 1v2 after his teammate went down, but he manages to find the first player at short, unable to readjust back in for the second one, and Krpytonite starting to peel away 4-1 on the T side of Mirage. Cause for concern for LXG.
Yeah, I mean LXG, they need to play up, and I think at the connector, Rico's taken a lot of damage from this push coming in, but he does manage to get the headshot.
Ooh, there's more pistols going to work.
Alright, but Boom from the A shot, that smoke gap, manages to take down one along with SWAT. You know, right now it's a 2-on-2. Again, the pistols, you cannot underestimate them. You know, bomb planted at A, both CTs coming in from the CT side. And the T's, they are looking the other way. So, I mean, this could actually work in favor of Krpytonite because the plant is towards A main. I think it's the plant is towards.
Yeah, there's one at A main and there's one at connector.
Oh,
and
Ishin?
Ishin manages to make the deagle work. Oh, just barely. There was that small window there. Now he's just gonna have to try and take this, but Bahubali knows he's got no reason to even peek. This time is out. There is an AWP that can be retrieved, and Bahubali is trying to give the chase and see if he can find him. Ishin just barely manages to beat the corner, and that is going to be Krpytonite. Another round added to the total.
Yep, and this also increases, this not only like increases the loss bonus for LXG, they also managed to get the AWP, and looks like they're going in for a double AWP setup, which in a map like Mirage can be very deadly if your positioning and your support utility is right. Because you can either play the aggro sniper, you know, from either sniper nest or connector with the help of a utility flash from A or B, or if you want to play a very defensive play from CT at A side or from Vans at Vans or Market at B. Like there are many positions that.
Yeah, what I love with a double op setup on Mirage is you leave one op at B. You have it guarding apartments and kind of floating around based on how much utility come your way. And the second one purely plays float, who's all the way at A. You get that peek through connector. You can also peek A main. If you've got a flash, you can reset back into sniper nest. So there's a lot of angles that the oppers can hold the second opper if in play. So let's see if LXG kind of puts that to use, because they really need it right now, because Krpytonite, they've come out guns blazing from the get-go, and looks like it is going to take a couple of individual brilliant shots to work. And as I say that, Rico steps up. AK God has been instrumental in finding the openers on the site, and having found that first pick, LXG now can pretty much reset and go back to playing what they're comfortable with. They know they have the numbers advantage. This tease, however, now the onus is on them to split up, and it is gonna come pressure at mid. They've taken control, and looks like they slowly are gonna set up for a split hit towards B.
Yeah, but they have to be careful because there is another op there from A shot. Boom playing a very, very close angle. Now, the problem with close angle op, like the close op angles, is you miss the shot. It's going to take a long time for you to reset and get it ready. That's enough time for the other. And look, speaking of that, the B's bomb side has already been hit by Vishwa. Ishin goes down. Boom's going to need all the support he can get, and SWAT is there for the backup. But looks like Krpytonite, if you look at the map, they are backing away, and looks like they're making a full rotation.
Yeah, that was a fake, and they're going all the way back towards A, and Rico senses this. He's making his way through window. Oh, the short point blank range, and now the gig is up. They know it is going to be an A hit. In comes glorious. He's gonna have to find the player at sniper. No, he's gonna get sniped all the way from short by Boom. And now it's a 1v3. Bahubali gets the plant, gets the head of Rico, brings it down to a 1v2. Very interesting. Two players almost coming in from the same direction. There's one at CT. The other one trying to make his way through mid. He's somehow going to have to isolate this into two individual duels. Ooh. Not going to be the case. Yep. Boom. Picks. He's going to pick up. Oh, he
swapped to the AK just for the retake, which is a good play because that actually got him the kill. But they still managed to keep the one op. They managed to get the second one as well, which is fine because the double op setup did work in their favor, but it did cost them quite a bit. Because the whole point with double upset, you don't want to lose many people in that round. Because moving on to the next round, that too coming from a loss bonus, can hurt, right? Because even though the new loss bonus system, it's like it doesn't completely reset. It's per round, right? So that small amount of money can affect you in the long run as well. Yeah. And looking at the buy from Krpytonite, again, it's like a very forced buy. Bahubali just holding on to a Glock and a lot of support utility. Krpytonite, I think they're going to play this slow. They're going to wait it out. They're going to, probably go in for another fake and then just charge in towards which bomb site. Now, the question is, the bomb site which they choose, it depends on the opener.
Yeah, and AK God has been the one who's been finding these openings time and again. He's sitting at mid right now. I see Detox, who's trying to peek through mid by the looks of things. He's very close to giving away his position to AK God. Flashbang allows him to push through connector. It is an off angle that they are holding right now. Spanker comes in with a secondary flash. SWAT isn't even looking this way and he's going to get shot from behind. And the trade comes in for Detox. It's Spanker who finds one back in return. Still no move made by Wishwa, who's holding B. Does get spotted. That jump spot coming in from Ishin. But I think the hit is still going to go towards the A-bomb side. Snipers come in. Boom. AWP, I think, was heard there by Spanker, who moves back into position. Unfortunately, there's no one here to boost him. C4 makes its way towards the B bomb site. Is hidden behind the smoke right now, and Rico is gonna have players bursting in his direction soon. He does, however, have support from Ishin, so if he can delay it for a second or two, he's gonna have backup real soon as well. Two players, there they come. Smoke goes down deep, preventing Rico from finding this, but he readjusts back towards window, expects the drop coming through, but he peeks out a little too aggressively. That wasn't required. This is a big fight to win. He does win it, but the trade comes through and SWAT has just let Bahubali through as well. He could have taken it out even before he makes the transfer calls, but he brings it down to a 1v1. Spanker gets the plant down, but he can't win the fight at the end. It was a little too much expected from SWAT there at the end, and Krpytonite managed to sneak that round somehow.
I think the round was by LXG, if I'm not mistaken. Take a look at the scoreboard. Yes, the timer did go down.
Oh, wow.
The timer did go down. Ishin's kill onto the bomb carrier from Krpytonite. They didn't have the time. They had, I think, 5 seconds to plant it.
Then it makes more sense why SWAT took that fight.
Exactly.
He was just preventing the plant from coming through. So, all right.
Boom takes a lot of damage there. I think it's a nade.
Yeah, that must have been a flurry of nades coming down towards connector.
Of course. And now, they have to be careful at the ace side because there's 4 people stacked up. The casual AX,
it's just flashbangs through and they're gonna come in, but look at where SWAT's sitting. He's sitting at firebox and they line up 1, 2, they're all down. 2 players just walk in unawares. That's a position you usually hold. You just sit there. The Molotov eventually gonna force him out and he doesn't go down without a fight. Boom though, uncharacteristic. That is a shot he should have hit. And now a Detox. The timing there, AK God moves through and he's left himself exposed, gets shot in the back, and it's all down to Bahubali. All alone, he's got players swarming him 2 directions, 2 from connector, 1 from CT, and he's gonna get taken out pretty easily. Diffuse soon to follow, and LXG just 1 round away from leveling things up here.
Yep, they're coming back.
Yep, they're making a comeback here. That is 3 consecutive rounds now after winning the first pistol round.
Yep. I mean, that last round was a bit of a close call if you think
about it. Yeah, that was very close call. It was so close I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was so close. Even I was confused at first. I was like, it said LXG wins the round. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Right, so Krpytonite's mistakes, got LXG that round, and now LXG, 1 round away from leveling it up. And also, one more thing to point out, we did see Boom take that, close angle op shot. We noticed he missed it, and he paid the price for it. That's a very high risk.
Yeah, I mean, the AWP when you do move it to medium to close range combat rather, is a high risk, high reward. And there's the flashbang set up for SWAT to move up. He does push through and they were flash blind, but AK wins the fight. He did not expect the player to have backed off that much. Nade through, Rico wants to fall back, but the T's want to push through. Detox finds one. He's trying to stab at Bahubali's head. Unfortunately, can't find it. Does do decent damage, down to 61 health. He does make his way back towards top mid. Boom with the AWP sitting at CT. Is not seen any T's come his way yet. Spanker's still looking back towards maybe a possible push backstab from the CTs all the way to T-spawn, but that's a big kill to pick up there for Bahubali at mid. Brings the numbers advantage back to the T's. Booms staring all the way back at CT. Ishin is actually at back alley all the way back towards the B-bomb side. Honest is going to be on Boom to hit at least one kill on his way. And there's a player at connector, but he's exposed in two sides. And yeah, just caught in two mines there. A half a second more, he would have spotted the player at connector. Instead, he gets shot. The timing just not working in his favor. And Ishin calls for the save. 1v3 Krpytonite. Finally break that string of rounds from LXG. And 6 rounds on the T side. I think from this point on, every single round is going to be a bonus for them this half.
Yeah. And Boom shouldn't have actually, gone in for the... He shouldn't have gone aggressive for the connector push. Right? He knew that Ishin's already all the way down B.
Yeah.
Yes, he has a lot of open spots. Either CT, like from CT to A or CT towards Sniper Nest and B. Like these are the only 2 spots he needs to worry about. And if he notices one guy coming from A, he could have played it defensive and gotten a couple of
and
kills.
we've seen it multiple times as well. Ticket Booth does have a decent wallbang opportunity, and we've seen so many snipers use that to their advantage despite CT being smoked off. Just go to Ticket Booth, you take a couple of crazy shots, and if it is a default plant coming through, chances are you won't believe how high of a percentage it is for that shot to actually work. That I've seen that happen time and again. So I think a safe approach there would have been a little better for Boom, but then again, it's just a 2-round deficit, and we know for a fact, especially in Indian Counter-Strike, the CT side defense is not as great compared to the international scene. So the T's always are in with a chance if you can pick up some momentum. So let's see how things play out. Again, stock standard. Mid control almost always has been given away for free by LXG to Krpytonite. They've always put 2 players here, no problem. I think except for the last round where we did have SWAT with Rico go 2-man up and take it away. Try to take it away at least aggressively. They managed to get 2 kills, but unfortunately, eventually Bahubali finds 2 at mid and the numbers swing back in favor of Krpytonite. Let's see how this plays out. They have smoke towards short, smoke towards connector. Does give them an opportunity to boost Bahubali up. Is there a player on the other side? Yeah, that's SWAT. He's sitting there with the deagle. He's got 1 shot at this.
I think Krpytonite has already understood that LXG tends to over-aggress at certain points, so they're trying to punish them for it, and that's what's happening. And Rico falls on a connector, but a quick trade is there by Ishin. So meanwhile,
that's Ishin all the way at B short.
B short, yeah. So Bahubali knows there's someone at B short.
Right, this is it. Nice! SWAT there with the deagle, but it is going to be a hit. There they come. Boom though. Ooh, it's set up good, but he's going to whiff the spray. AK God going to be left alone though as Detox manages to take Glorious down. 2 players up, a nice flick back across. AK God brings us down to a 1v2. He's expecting the player at CT, and he's also expecting the player at stairs to go for that 1-2 peek across. Get that shoulder bait from the first player. Second player peeks across for the trade. Time is out, and LXG this time will take the round. I think Krpytonite there left it a tad bit too late towards the end of the round.
They did, yes.
They had a plan A, they had a plan B. But plan B, unfortunately, that just came a tad bit too late. I think
you could say LXG kind of heard what we were saying. They tend to over-aggress, but we saw how defensive they were. Like SWAT was waiting for Bahubali to come. Ishin never peeked.
Ishin peeks the first, peeks through, gets the first kill, and then it's discipline. Walks back across.
Exactly.
Doesn't re-peek that back again, forcing the player to go in through Sniper Nest aggressively, and SWAT wins that duel. And it was history from that point on. This time, they're going to send not 2, but 3 players towards mid. So, mid control, again, taken by Krpytonite pretty easily.
The dominant mid control, that's what they want, right? And I have to also point out one thing. So far, we've only seen one Krieg and one AUG being bought in this.
I think that is testament to the fact that we've just seen so many nerfs just come in for those two weapons specifically. We have seen literally everyone, including Device, say that this is probably the go-to weapon to peek up against snipers.
Yeah.
It's got decent range. The idea that you want to peek.
It's also the first shot is very accurate.
Yeah, it is very accurate indeed. And the fact that distance now is no longer a problem. You've got a scope that comes in with the rifle itself and does give you a decent advantage. But that being said, looks like it's going to be a B hit coming through. Players are setting up detoxes towards short, and we have Ishin going for the jump spot. Let's see if there's going to be a Molotov coming through. I see a lot of smokes and flashbangs make their way in. There's the counter flashbang and the Molotov. Going to keep the T's in position for a second. Detox is also moving into position. Ishin's actually going to fall back towards bench, but that's a lot of damage already taken. Ishin, however, wins the first fight. The first T coming through, and Glorious is now stuck there. He's got nowhere to go, but he still wins the fight. Player coming in through short, and there we go.
The bullets.
Finally, AK God alone. Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, that was a good response coming in from the the teammates of LXG. Like Ishin, like he played it well. Even though I thought Detox was gonna die there at at the site when he got headshotted, but he played it smart. Went, took cover, played it safe. He knew there was gonna be one more guy coming from short. Took down the Oppo. Unfortunately, he was out of bullets. He was out of bullets. But SWAT was there for the backup, and LXG was able to pick that round up, bringing it to a final score of 6-6. And I think that was a failed smoke.
Yeah,
that was a failed smoke. We can see that, buddy. It looks like it's going to be a fast rush to A. Rico
oh, look at
goes
this.
in.
One player, and there's still players around. He's still alive here. Rico on 11 HP. Turns around. Bahubali goes down. Spanker's down as well. SWAT comes in. Perfect time. SWATs them all out.
That was actually perfect backup for Rico, because Rico would have died otherwise. I think Rico took damage from 4 different enemies that particular round alone.
Yeah.
3 people from on top of the apartment.
He wasn't even up the stairs when the first player had come out from the T from Palace. Yeah. So lucky that they did not actually check that corner.
Exactly.
He managed to get the first T looking the wrong way.
If they did, he would have been dead.
Indeed. Detox is going to get smoked off, so that's going to signal an early play towards connector. Smoke going down as well. They do have the AWP here. Boom, and Rico 1-2 punch. Vishwa is not looking to aggress just yet. But Boom, good that he didn't. Boom, however, wants to peek, and he's going to win the fight. Does get tagged low, but no worries whatsoever. He's got the man advantage for the CTs, and unfortunately here, Glorious is going to be stuck there, but he wins the fight. And now Boom with the AWM. AWP rather.
It's alright, the PUBG thing is coming back, but it's alright.
Whoopsie.
The AWP. So bringing this down to a 4v4, and it looks like Krpytonite, they are repositioning themselves to go ahead for the B hit, but Ishin's already pushed up very close.
Yeah, he's aggressive.
Yeah, he's going.
But he does not probably want to push through the smoke here. That's going to leave him pretty vulnerable.
They don't check.
They're coming in one by one, and they win the fight. The difference there was AK God peeked wide.
Yes.
And he missed that initial shot. He had that towards the edge of the door, and unfortunately couldn't win that duel. SWAT also goes down. That's an opening towards the A-bomb site, and that's going to leave Boom in 2 minds. Whether he wants to move, whether he wants to stay, because the C4 is not moving. It's still coming towards the B-bomb side.
And Boom has to be careful because he might get ambushed from the CT side.
And there you go. It called it as...
It's all up to Detox now, and he
nice
tried.
attempt.
It was a good try, but LXG again fighting really well. I think there's a lot of mistakes coming in from some players of LXG, like especially Boom, because a bit too over aggressive, right? I mean,
it does have its ups and downs. He got that opener onto who was that? It was Bahubali who was playing, trying to push through short.
Correct. Yeah.
So he did win that duel, but. I think it's pretty much come down to the fact that when they do have the numbers advantage, they've on a couple of occasions let down the guard and let these get back in. And as I say that,
rush towards B, Ishin with the MP9 sprays away, damages a few, but he's completely surrounded by the T's. But here comes Boom from the back with the M4. Takes
unfortunate,
one,
Rico's also down.
Now it's all down to SWAT, who has an M4. He's got 3 people
does
to kill,
he got 2. But Bahubali?
No, he doesn't see him. I don't think he sees him. No, Bahubali took his time
Bahubali
and tapped away.
timing there. He expected the same angle from the last T as well, who's gone for that nice flank across. So 8-7. I'd still say it is very even Stevens.
It is very even
unless,
Stevens.
of course, Krpytonite have a very strong CT setup. In which case, because ideally, if someone asks me, hey, Miraj, what do you think? Is this a CT-sided map? Is that a T-sided map? I still say it is a slightly CT-sided map. I'd say 9-6 is a scoreline that is more apt. So I still say Krpytonite has the slight advantage, but it's going to come down to who takes the pistol and who starts off strong in the second half. You want to take the pistol, you want to take the anti-eco as well, get those 3 rounds under the bag and then work from that point on. And I think it's crucial that LXG, if they are to have a strong T side, that they get that momentum straight up from the get-go. Let's see how that works out as we switch sides. 8-7. Let's see what the buy is going to look like as well. For the CTs, I don't... Okay, there you go. Kit comes out onto Vishwa. And we also have one smoke to work with. So an interesting decision in terms of utility, while as it is double flashbangs both towards the A-bomb site. So they've committed towards the A-bomb site very early. CTs, there are 3 guys in position, 1 at connector. Vishwa's already gotten flashed down and in comes the push. First tap, second tap, 2 kills, third tap, Vishwa's got 1 more as well. And they're just melting under the pressure right now. Boom, goes down, Ishin is alone and he's completely surrounded. Finds himself 1, luckily gets some cover with the boxes on site. Can he win the second duel? Decent damage done, but he's gonna get outgunned eventually. Glorious coming through, and Krpytonite, what a hold on the A-bomb side, completely read LXG like a book, and they take the pistol in convincing fashion.
Yep, I mean, that would, and LXG, they couldn't even get the bomb plant. Like, they should have checked under Palace, because you know, normally when you rush out of apartments, that's the first thing you do. You check the Tetris and you check under Palace, and also, you know, firebox when you're jumping down as well. Like that's like the most thing that, you know, the standard thing that most teams do. But LXG now on upgraded pistols, 3 deagles and a P250, boom, taking a bit of damage, but he deals a bit of damage to Bahubali himself, dropping him down to 70.
Does he want to repeat though? This is gonna be dangerous, but he does. Goes back across. Nade does end up being a little too expensive, but AK God, wild push towards mid with just the MP9 wouldn't really have done much in that range, and he's gonna swap over to a FAMAS.
Yeah, he's going to switch to the Bahubali, who dropped down to 12 points of health, taking a lot of damage from those deagles. Because the Desert Eagles, you do not want to underestimate that weapon.
Yeah.
And
there's the
speaking of
push.
which, AK God gets taken down by Boom, and that's going to open up connectors for the side of LXG.
The timing there just works on their side. Meanwhile, Vishwa though pushes through and he's got a lot of information. They're not coming towards the B-bomb site, and Bahubali assassinates the player coming through. He's got no information whatsoever, but the deal is in. Hello!
But I don't think he sees Vishwa right there, leaving Detox alone with a P250 and the bomb. 40 seconds on the clock. Unless he pulls out a hero play, I don't think he's going to be able to win this. And Krpytonite, they will maintain their lead with 10 rounds in the board.
Yeah, they get themselves onto double digits here. 10-7, nice 3-round lead. And LXG, they're managing some funds here to go for the buy. They're going to be a little lacking on the utility department. You see, there's a lot of smokes to work with, but very less in terms of flashbangs and incendiaries as well.
Yeah, no incendiaries actually, just 3 smokes on them.
And the fact that it's just 5 rifles, they still don't have money enough to go for an AWP. Let's see what the play is. It is heading down towards B2B, but they leave a gap open, and he just holds mouse button 1, gets himself 1 kill. There's some damage taken, but there is Vishwa alone on the B-bomb side. He does have backup coming in from Bahubali, and Vishwa is still not spotted. Bahubali pushes through. He finds 2. Ishin and Rico are just about making their way through apartments. They're not going to find anything. Rico's going to eventually find the trade, but he's in a 1v4 situation. AK God was low, manages to get a peek of him at market, but there's 2 CTs pushing all the way from behind. backstab on point.
That B split, actually, the timing of the execution was on point, but I think the mistake made there was the guys from apartment.
They didn't hit at time.
Exactly. They should hit at the same time.
Yeah, Vishwa was left all alone, completely uncontested at truck. He's just sitting there knowing, yep, I can freely spam away at players as they make that crossing towards the bomb site. I think he managed
LXG
to
could have
make
won
the
that
result.
round because the execution was on point, but it just wasn't that miscommunication of the timing, which is a bit off.
Ooh, they're coming through, and Glorious is just blind, but the C4 does get dropped on transit. The pistols will manage to get a plant out, so at least they have that, and an AK picked up as well. Let's see what Rico can do with this. Oh, the timing, he should have had Panker, but he will find him. Okay.
From a 5v2 to a 2v2.
Okay,
Wow,
okay.
Rico.
They're ready to dance. Rico. Oh, the timing.
He saw the gun, but unfortunately.
And now it's down to the Deagle. 28 health. Smoke goes down. Molotov down as well. He's going to burn down to 22 health. And they've heard this. AK God shouldn't really have any problem
the
taking him
defuse
out.
came in as well. I think Rico should have gone a bit over aggressive on that one. I mean, see, it was a good shot, but I actually thought Rico would win that fight.
I mean,
he saw the gun.
Rico did win the previous fight.
Yes, he did.
Because he peeked out wide aggressively, and the player at stairs was looking towards jungle instead. So you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, the fight that mattered didn't go the way of Rico.
Yeah, it was a good, nice try though. It was a good round coming in from LXG. And now moving on, LXG finally has an AWP to play with, and Rico, gets the kill onto AK God, denying them the op.
There's a good start to the round, the
Very
start that
good
LXG
start.
needed.
Yeah.
They've got the numbers advantage. Now I think it's a time where you get your composure in. Ensure you have trades in place everywhere.
Yeah.
Ensure that you don't really give a free kill back towards Krpytonite, allowing them to neutralize the numbers. Because in Counter-Strike, a 4v4 is still advantage to the Ts, because as long as the Ts can trade, that will ensure that they get hold of a bomb site and get into a good post-plant situation. So let's see if Krpytonite are going to be shaken up here. At least the smokes come through. Execute coming in towards the A bomb site, and Glorious just wins the first fight straight up. He's playing up and personal. The timing, he drops the C and the second kill. 3 kills picked up. That Glorious, he wants more. He's hunting for Boom. He knows there's a player inside Palace as well. Another player coming through from A slope to try and recover the C4. Oh, nice shot there by Rico. But I'm going to keep my eyes on Glorious. Timing's going to be everything. There's Panker in position as well. Boom's trying to push through. Rico's below, and he wins the first fight. And now the 2 players across. Don't check Glorious. Are you kidding me? Glorious with the ace. Cleans up 13th round on the board. Krpytonite. He just dances around all the way around A entrance there. First at A slope, then towards Palace. Continues staying there. People completely ignore him. And he's like, thank you so much for the ace.
That one and done spot got.
There's your highlight clip for today, right there,
right
ladies
there.
and gentlemen.
I mean, Inglorious played very smart there, in a very, spot that not many people check.
And there you
AK
go.
God starting
Boom
off.
just offers himself up to the gods there. AK God says, thank you very much. I will take that in my pocket. As Rico pushing up 31 health. Oh no, the smoke not in time. Ishin is getting wallbanged a little bit there by Bahubali, but it's going to neutralize a little bit more. Ishin actually ends up taking a little more damage than what he had expected, down to about 34 health. It's going to be crucial how he wins this fight. There is Vishwa going for the jump peak. Timing's going to be everything, and unfortunately can't find that one tap across. Detox is playing aggressive at mid. He's sitting all the way at chair, but on the other side he's got CTs holding down connector. B bomb side is on lockdown, but a big fight to win. Bahubali does end up going down. It's going to open up B site a little bit, but let's see if they can do anything from this. As SWAT pushing through A main, as Glorious will win that fight. He absolutely had to win that duel if LXG had a chance in that round. 45 seconds remaining. Detox is going to make his way back towards T-Spawn, is going to pick up the C4. And it's got not much time to work with, 35 seconds. So if he does get stopped on his way in, maybe by even a Molotov, he's got no option. He's got no smoke, no nothing. He's just going to have to charge in and hope for the best. 20 seconds remaining. B-bomb site. There is one player there. Vishwa is holding the angle down. Let's see if he can win this duel out or will Detox land an amazing shot that will maybe give him a chance? The flashbang does allow him to drop down at least, and Vishwa, timing's going to be everything. Pops him out, wins the fight regardless. Unfortunate indeed. 14-7, and Krpytonite just 2 rounds away now from making it to the finals of the Gamer Connect CSGO Cafe Showdown. Big shout out to all the sponsors: Dell Gaming, Alienware, WD Black, ZOTAC Gaming, and CoolerMaster for making this happen. A lot of CSGO action, one single day.
Yeah, I mean, and this will be.
Do you have an update on the other match, Rats?
So a quick update for the other match. That's also pretty much similar to this one. Rotty's Den actually leading the charge with 14-7 against Zone Cafe, but Zone Cafe is slowly coming back
Oh,
up.
there's an A hit coming down.
Yep, Inglorious with a quick headshot there. Spanker getting another kill on the Boom, but the retaliation coming in from LXG not going to work out quite well. And like that, Krpytonite just get that match point.
Quick match point there. It was a fast hit towards the A-bomb side. Always works if you get that initial 2 frags that allow you onto the side.
And that's what Krpytonite
Even if you get stopped there for a second, chances are then there is no turning around. You're just sitting there on the side, ready to be taken out, and Krpytonite does exactly that. There is a decent buy coming in though, but I think it's going to be a quick B hit. B rush is the call. Vishwa's in position, and here's this coming through. The Molotov goes down. Timing's everything. He's got the nade out of that, and he's got the utility again. Goes for the second utility, but they've got 2 kills in. Big responsibility on Bahubali. He can't find anything. I think he found 1 kill there at the end, but that's going to be it. Rotations coming through. 2v3 on the retake. Spanker's already sitting in market. Inglorious is going to join him, and SWAT does spot him out. Decent damage done onto Glorious, down to 60% health. The Molotov will force him out and bring this down 1v2. He spotted Detox out. Detox, risky peek out, considering there was no trade potential there if he lost that duel. But I think at that point of time, LXG right now, you just need some momentum. They need some
in that
frags.
round, I did like Boom's, his positioning. He came in last towards B shot. He might have expected someone to start rotating in from B shot. So he was waiting at that angle, waited for like a few seconds, and then he went to take position, which was a good play coming from him. And that's going to give LXG another round. But the thing is, Krpytonite has a lot of money to work with.
Yeah, and a lot of rounds to work with as well. There are 7 more map and match points available, and they only need to make 1 work to qualify through to the grand finals. Vishwa is back at Truck Van rather, and he's trying to see if there's anyone looking to challenge him right now. There's Detox, who did get wallbang pretty decent there, but Boom with the opener towards mid. Decent opening, man advantage, but the trade from AK Guard, AWP comes into play. And I think eventually this is going to be a B hit. C4 still not made its way in, but Rico's just running a distraction right now. He's thrown in a lot of utility. Glorious is up in personal and he will win that fight. And that's going to send the T's funneling back towards the B-bomb site. Bahubali wins 1. He spots out the second. He's going to win 2. SWAT's the last man alive to try and keep LXG in this. 8-15. 7 match points down. SWAT moves through. C4's down. SWAT is up to the AK's got 3 T's. CT's almost lining up, but that is it. Game, set, a match. Krpytonite convincing victors here in the semi-final. They take the victory over LXG. I believe that was a 16-8 scoreline there at the end. Wonderfully done. Tab, I don't think comes up. It's a new mouse too. Okay, there we go. 16-8. Top fragger, of course, Inglorious. Wonderful show. 26-4 and 13. LXG, they had a lot of moments of brilliance. There was that time where they were picking up momentum on the first half, the frag end, but unfortunately couldn't really convert it to much here in the second half. Almost not. They just managed to win 1 round after the turn. It was an 8-7 first half, and it does end 16-8.
Yeah, Krpytonite dominated that second half.
Yeah, they look like they were a well-oiled CT defense side on Mirage. Pretty much why they probably picked this. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick break. I think the second semi-final is done.
No, the second semi.
It's still going on, right?
So a quick update on the second semi-final. Rotty's Den, they are currently on match point.
They're on match point. So once our match is done, we will start another fresh stream. We'll
Yep.
be back again with a best of 3 grand final. So you say Rotti's Den is our match point,
Yes,
right?
so it might be
it's
Krpytonite
Krpytonite versus Rotti's Den.
It might be
best of 3.
I mean, you never know because CS is a game.
What is
where-
the scoreline on the second?
Right. The
semi-final?
scoreline at the moment right now is 15-8. The last round.
Oh, we might just have the same scoreline on both the semi-finals
we
if that is the
might.
case. So thank you so much for tuning in, people. But it is not done for the night just yet. Do stick around as we go live very soon with the grand finals for the Gamer Connect CSGO Showdown. I'm Shade Slayer. This is Rats. BRB in just a bit.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.